What's up guys, my name is Kaye and welcome back to my channel, Straight Beast TV. So today I want to share with you 3 of my favorite high protein meals that I've been enjoying lately. First is my barbecue loaded avocado toast, then it's my macro bowl with melted cheese, and finally it's my peanut butter protein oats. As an athlete, I try to make most of my meals high in protein and in nutrient density without having to sacrifice taste, because the last thing I want to promote is healthy eating has to be boring. For me, healthy eating should be a joy, and not just for the taste, but also because of the way it makes you feel and perform. Anyways, enough talk, let's get into the recipes. Hope you enjoy. Okay, so before we get into the main dish ingredients, first there are 2 ingredients I like to make myself that I basically always prep in bulk for the week. The first is my steak sauce marinated soy strips and my vegetable fried rice. And you can choose if you want to include this or alternatively buy something pre-made. So for the soy strips, I use 75 grams of Butler Soy Curls, or you can use whatever TVP, aka textured vegetable protein, you can find. Then I'll add that to a container that comes with a sealed lid. Add 2 to 3 cups of water and let that sit for about 5 minutes. Now strain the water out of the container and place the soy curls back into the container. Add 3 tablespoons of any meat marinade of your choice. I'm using a steakhouse peppercorn marinade. Seal your container and give it a good shake. Now let it sit for 10 minutes. While that's marinating, preheat your oven to 330 degrees Fahrenheit. After 10 minutes, place the soy curls on a baking pan and bake for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, flip them to the other side. And here I like to air fry them now for another 10 minutes at 300 degrees Fahrenheit. But if you don't have an air fryer, then just bake them for another 10 minutes. The air frying will just make it extra crispy. I'll use this as the protein for the 2 dishes today. But alternatively, if you don't have enough time to make this, you can buy a pre-made chorizo style seitan from most grocery stores. For the stir fry, I get a pre-packaged 1 serving sized cauliflower rice blend, but you can use a regular rice one too. You can just cook this as is and use it without adding anything else, but personally, I like to enhance it a bit. So I start by pouring the entire pack into a frying pan. Here I like to add more veggies, usually any leftovers or whatever's in my freezer for that week. Then I'll add 1 tablespoon of coconut aminos or soy sauce, half a tablespoon of nooch, aka nutritional yeast. I'll cook that in medium heat for about 12 minutes or until the cauliflower starts to brown. Okay, so for the barbecue dish, I'll start by chopping up 2 tablespoons of onions and set aside for now. Then I'll mash up as much avocado as I want, so this can vary depending on your preference. Then I'll salt the avocado to taste and mix again. Now I can start plating. Sometimes I have this in a bowl with rice or sometimes on top of avocado toast. I'll show you both. Either way, spread your avocado accordingly. Add the stir-fry vegetable rice to your bowl. I'm also adding regular plain rice to mine. Add in your chopped onions. Remember, this can be raw or sauteed. Today I'm just doing it raw. For the protein, you can use the steak marinated soy strips and or the chorizo flavored seitan. This is the one I like. Here I'll use both since I have both available. Finally, drizzle your favorite barbecue sauce, and I personally like to add some hemp seeds on top, but this is optional. For the macro bowl with melted cheese, I first start plating the bowl with my vegetable fried rice. I'm also adding regular plain rice to mine. Then add your protein. Again, just like the barbecue dish, I use either the steak sauce marinated soy strips and or the chorizo seitan. Next, I'll add in a handful of walnuts for texture and healthy fats. Then I'll add 1 slice of smoked Gouda vegan cheese. There are a few different brands that have this flavor of cheese, and I tend to get the Follow Your Heart brand. Finally, I'll add the optional hemp seeds. To melt the cheese, you can put this bowl in the oven at 300 degrees for about 5 to 10 minutes. Or if you're okay with using a microwave, then microwave every 15 seconds until your cheese is melted. Trust me, you want to melt the cheese for this dish. For the peanut butter protein oats, start by adding 20 grams of oats of your choice and 5 grams of TVP or soy curls in the pot. Then I add 20 grams of any nuts I have on hand and 25 grams of Catalina honey graham cereal. Note, this Catalina cereal is sugar-free and high in protein, but if you want, you can also use half a scoop of vanilla protein instead. Next, I'll add about 1/3 cup of soy or pea milk. Note, these milks are particularly high in protein compared to the usual almond milk. Then I'll heat up my pot on low heat and let this mix cook. As it's cooking, now I add 35 grams of peanut butter, a pinch of cinnamon, and 1/8 teaspoon of salt. And if you like it extra sweet like me, then I'll add 2 teaspoons of agave or maple syrup. Once it's fully cooked, add this mix to a bowl, and I like to top it off with more of the ingredients we already used. Plus, I'll crumble a peanut butter flavored protein bar and hemp seeds on top. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely give some of these recipes a try. I have them on a regular basis. They fill me up, they taste good, and they make me feel great. If you do try any of these recipes, make sure to tag me. Let me know what you think of them. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'm out.